marketing team that I have going on. That's where John lends a hand.
Okay.
That is absolutely amazing. If you can put the link to your course, I want to check it out. I too am an instructor, so I definitely want to check out what you're doing. If, just so everyone knows, we're going to record the meeting. Did you want to also go live on this meeting?
If you did, yeah, that'd be awesome because we might be able to pick up a couple extra people and stuff.
Okay, so we will go live on Facebook to the Essential Academy.
And Laws of Life, have some fun.
Absolutamente. Never a dull moment within the time.
Greetings, Familia.
Dan, how are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Great to see you guys.
Hi.
Good to see you, man.
And Hannah's here.
How's it going?
Have you met Hannah officially?
We had a whole interview. Remember?
Hey,
You do this all the time, Blanca.
Blanca's so famous. She meets so many people.
Don't feel bad, Hannah. She did exactly the same thing with me too.
The week
It's
after
okay.
you interviewed Michelle, you were like, so Michelle.
Yeah, she's like,
How do
it's
you
so
do
nice
it?
to
What are
meet
you
you,
up to?
Michelle. And I was like, we were on an interview last week.
It was a
I
good one
know.
too.
Michelle, but you know what? Now listen. I have no defense.
If you get as famous as Blanca, you're allowed to have like mind farts once in a while. It's fine.
Okay.
There you go.
Just interviewed Hannah last week. All right, let's do a little trivia. What is the name of the show that Natan and I host every Thursday?
Is this for me?
Just for
No,
anybody, open
You're
trivia.
not- Unless only if everyone else is stumped, then you can answer.
Oh.
self-powered
It's laws of
entrepreneur.
life, right?
Wow, we're getting a nice turnout tonight. See, when you apply the right actions of the invitation, you get the right outcome.
You know, it was great. One of our other workshops that we do, it's setting SMART goals and making sure that you follow up and go through it and stuff. And that we realized probably wasn't the sexiest title for a workshop, and we were not getting a lot of traction. And then I realized, it doesn't matter what time you put it on, it doesn't matter any of those things. If it fundamentally sounds like people are going to groan and moan and go, oh, that does not sound fun, chances are you're not going to have a huge turnout. Change that title to Kick Procrastination to the Curb. 400% turnout. It was unbelievable. Sam, welcome. How are you, sir?
Hey, Sam. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Dave.
Hi. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to be relatively quiet.
That's okay. Glad to have you with us. Thank you.
No.
So tonight, I will jump back into host role, let Blanca co-host, and let more people pop in as they go in. What we wanted to do was, as the inaugural event, really lay down how this is going to be fundamentally different than all the other type stuff you go to. Fingers crossed, because right now we're putting and like throwing as much spaghetti on the wall as we can and really trying to see what'll stick. So we need feedback. We need you to come and tell us what's good, what's maybe not so good, so we don't have to worry about that and that you guys can help us with that. The most important thing we want to do tonight is check a very unique format. As of now, I've never seen any other event that gives you a spotlight showcase, that lets you network, go to breakout rooms, that also gives you a guided tour and an open house of an educational, and pulls all of that magically off under one fireworks umbrella event. So the beauty is, if we pull this off correctly, you'll have anything that you specifically could want. And your boys and your girls, and you're coming from all over the world, and you all are at different stages in your life and in your career. You're all at different ages. You're all at different places. So I'm fingers crossed, because it's a big deal to say we're going to put on one 90-minute event. And if we did it right, it should satisfy in some capacity a little bit of everyone. Maybe you'll come this week for the networking. Maybe you'll come next week because you're like, you know what? I actually wanted to check this part of the open tour. Maybe you'll come the week afterwards because you have a friend that you said, I got to introduce you, man. And instead of me just trying to tell you about this whole private community that I'm a part of and, go check out his website, just come here, come to this fireworks event. So wherever it is and however it serves you, my hope is that it does. Now, if you can, in the chat to keep things interactive, put in where you're from, put in if you're an instructor or if you're a friend of the academy. And I'll give everybody a minute to do that. And while we do that, I will introduce our guest of focus tonight. So before we go off into a tour, and it's going to be me talking, I can do that later. Y'all know I can chit chat. Everybody put who you are, where you're coming from, and if you're an instructor. Now tonight, I'm not sure if her cohort and partner in crime is going to be able to make it. But in case she can't, we're going to put all the spotlight on Michelle. And it's not just because she's the only Scotswoman I know that's in Barbados, because that makes so much sense. It's not even funny. It's because of all the magic that she does and because of something very cool and a very special event that's coming up literally tomorrow. So because the Academy is sponsoring it, because we're a friend of her summit, because she has, I think, like 3-4 dozen incredible speakers and people coming to it, and it's a pay-to-play event, and it's going to be exciting and fun. I'm going to be speaking to Michelle about that, about her experience with us. She's also a lifetime tenured instructor with us. And we're going to be chit-chatting and talking about that for about 10 minutes or so. Then we're going to get into a bit of a tour. Then everyone's going to get a chance to do a quick, I'm going to give a, and I don't want to be presumptuous that you guys don't know how to network, but we put together a good $3,500 course that was about 6.5 hours on literally how to do a 30-second, 1 minute, 2 minute pitch. So if we can take 10, 15 minutes and I can give you a couple highlights, then we'll break up into breakout rooms and spend the majority of the time having fun that way. Cool?
Cool.
Yeah.
We're doing this meeting kind of like the way that they try to do the food over in, like, you know, Southeast Asia. You start with a lot of rice, then you get a little bit of vegetables, and a little bit of meat on top. It's perfect. It's healthy. You're going to live longer. That meat on top is me talking. Otherwise, I get to be the rice. You don't want me to be the rice. It's too much Natan. Everyone's going to get glutinous. It's not going to work. So without further ado, Michelle, my dear,
Yes.
give yourself 1 minute, use an internal clock, introduce yourself to all of us. Who do you serve? How you came to be in the Academy? And then we'll give you a separate minute to speak about the event.
Awesome. So my name is Michelle Marguerite Marquez. It's a bit of a mouthful. I am Scottish. I live in Barbados. And I am a mindset and life design consultant. So I like to mess with people's thinking. And I like to take someone from where their current thinking has gotten them to where they need to go. I work with entrepreneurs, change makers. My biggest thing is people who have a humanitarian mission in their life. That's my bag. That's where I love to play. And what else can I say? Yeah, I just absolutely love the work that I do.
Okay. How did we meet? How did we get together? How did we play in
We
the
met
set box?
at Collaborate, actually, wasn't it? Collaborate, we met. And he basically forced me to become an instructor.
It's the usual way. I'm a very forceful person.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And of course I
Okay.
said yes, immediately.
Thank you, my dear. That is kind of nice. Now, in the amazing people that you serve and the world leaders and such that you get to play with, and you being in an exotic place, and oh goodness, yes, we will absolutely have founders retreats physically as the world
Can't
is
wait
opening
for
up
that.
again. Yeah, we can't wait for all of that. It's going to be epic. Now, in the course of what's going on tomorrow, what's going on tomorrow? Tell me about that.
Mindset Mastery Summit. Mindset Mastery Summit. I cannot wait. Like, I have 40 incredible speakers. 40. No mean feat. These guys, they are so important to me. Honestly, they're not just speakers on my summit. They have become such important people in my life. These conversations have changed my life. So I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt that the conversations that I have with them is going to change a lot of people's lives. We have currently about 3,000 people signed up. Anna is my partner in crime. She's helped me out with the summit. I've been working on Mindset Mastery Summit for about a year. I launched it in April. We had over 2,200 people signed up to that one. We've now blasted that number and we're going for, we want 10,000 people. We want thousands of people to
Blanca,
change
do
their
you
life.
see why I brought Michelle as that? Because if you can't get thousands of people to register at your event, how the hell are you supposed to get hundreds of people to show up?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So Anna unfortunately can't be here. We were supposed to be duoing on this.
She's in El Salvador, so we'll excuse her.
She's dealing with some tech issues, and that's actually the reality of virtual summits, isn't it? It's right up to the wire. We're
Yeah.
dealing with some links that some people flagged that weren't working today. So that's the priority for her right now. And of course, I talk better anyway. No, I'm joking.
You
So,
guys are
but
the treat.
I have to say, even though I worked on this before, Anna became part of it with me roughly about 90 days ago. And let me tell you, that lady is incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. I'd already put the summit together and most of the speakers and the content and all of that stuff, but she came in and she changed the branding, she changed everything. She like completely, she has enhanced it so much. So I'm incredibly grateful to her and everybody that's involved. I mean, these guys, they're showing up for lives. The speakers are coming to Q&A sessions.
Well,
We're
did you
doing-
think you can have 3,000 people register without some forethought, a little bit of elbow grease, some, because that's going to be fun.
We're
It's going to
doing
be in
4
some
weeks
email
of
somewhere that
implement-
nobody's going to know.
Yeah, we're also doing 4 weeks of implementation pods after the summit.
Smart.
And this is something I'm told is very unique to my summit because I'm big on implementation. You can sit
Yeah.
and listen to 40 incredible interviews and that's great.
But what are you
we
going to
share-
do?
These
Yeah.
speakers share tactics, strategies, action plans, things that they've implemented into their life, things that they've paid thousands of dollars to coaches for, right? And they share it all for free. And we don't do pitching. There's no pitching involved. There's none of that. It's absolute, pure, heartfelt information because I am on a blooming mission to change people's lives so that they're free to be themselves and create
Good.
the life
I
that
see.
they want, right?
Sorry, I see Blanca posted. Yes, we will need that time and date and the stamp. Give us a link to register in the chat, s'il vous plaît.
Yeah, sure, I will do that. And our kickoff call is 8 p.m. tonight, guys.
Oh, so it even gets cracking.
You don't
guys
have
even a
much
chance.
time.
So there's a couple hours if you want to get cracking. It's not like it's
You don't have much time.
$17,000 to join or anything crazy. So it's,
Yeah,
what's
No.
neat, and I'll tell you, there's two main formats out there for either the attendee or for the speaker. I've seen the pay to play events on both sides where you got to pay a couple $100 either as a deposit to make sure you advertise and people show up, but you might get your money back as a speaker, or heck no, you're just paying to speak, period. We guarantee a heck of a lot of audience that's interested in exactly what you are talking about because they just talked and registered for your talk. And if you can't convert that, happy, content, captive audience, my goodness, you have other things to worry about.
yeah,
So-
I don't do either, actually. I don't charge the speakers to speak,
That's
and-
something so rare that I've seen in hers because she does charge the attendees to come to put some value in it. I've seen it where people do the summits and go, hey, I'm going to charge the people nothing. They get to come for free. And I'm like, they don't care then. Compared to if
Yeah.
you're charging the people and you're charging the instructors and everyone's got skin in the game, my goodness, quality of the event, eh?
It's actually free to watch all of the interviews of the summit, but you have to watch them while they're live.
Right.
If
If you
you-
want
if you wanna
replays, if you
get-
want all of that, yeah.
If you want to get the replays and you want to get all the Q&A sessions and all of the amazing bonuses, some of the speakers have given workshops that are worth $997, right?
Sure.
All of these bonuses, all of the implementation pods, all of the live Q&As and all of that stuff, then yeah, you pay to upgrade to that, right?
How
That's-
expensive?
that's
How
the
many
way-
tens of millions of
Right
dollars?
now until midnight tonight, it's $67. $67 for a whole world of value. At midnight tonight, it does.
How
go
long
up
is
to
the event?
97. It's 5 days.
That makes sense because you couldn't do 40 speakers in
Yeah.
less.
It's pretty intense.
So yeah, at a whole $12 a day, ladies and gentlemen, you get to come pick and choose, get access, keep and choose afterwards, get recordings, see everything in your own time and
Yeah.
leisure. Get the
Network
gifts and
with
stuff.
those
Well done.
3,000, 4,000, 5. Come on, guys, let's make it 10,000 people.
Sure.
Let's change a lot of
I
lives.
love it.
All
And
of
what
those
you'll
people
notice-
and make bonds and relationships and
Yes.
I just cannot wait. I really cannot wait.
That is awesome. And that's what we're talking about. As instructors at the Academy, these are the resources. These are the people you get access to. People like Anna, people that if you didn't have access to, like Blanc and I work with Ken. If we didn't have access to people like Anna and Ken, we'd all just be coming to networking events or, putting on a weekend workshop and woo-hoo-hoo. I'll advertise on Facebook. Let's see what happens. But it's those
And
people.
I just have to really point out that these,
Sure.
the speakers that I have on Mindset Mastery Summit, they're incredible. I mean, I say that, but I really truly mean they're incredible. Some of the speakers spoke for me on April's Mindset Mastery Summit, and they're doing it again. They're really actually involved in this. We've got Brad Lee, we've got Brian Covey, Stephen Scoggins. In fact, next year, for April the 27th next year, we're having a hybrid Mindset Mastery Summit in Raleigh, Durham at Stephen Scoggins event space. It's incredible. He's
I might
actually
have to join
partnered
you
up
guys
with me
there.
for that. These guys are millionaires. I have billionaires on there. Naveen Jan, who owns Viome, who also owns Moon Express. They mine on the moon, for goodness sake. He talks about how entrepreneurs are going to change the entire world. Naveen Jan, there he is right there. Stephen Scoggins, Brad Lee. These people are incredible. Brad Lee was an orphan at the age of 2 and is now almost a billionaire. Stephen Scoggins was living in his friend's truck because he lost his house and everything, right? He now owns, I think it's something like 13 businesses. The man is a multimillionaire. But these people are heartfelt. Brian Covey, one of the most beautiful people on this planet. He's so heartfelt. Jason Duncan. Jason Duncan this man does lives with me. He's actually done an extra 20-minute masterclass that also plays as well. He posts, he shares, these people they honestly really are incredible. Peter Sage, good old, my British friend, Peter Sage, and Alison, who is a British MBE, Ray Higdon, Dr. Valerie Young.
It's
These are
a
all
cool list
incredible.
of people, man.
Yeah,
It is a very cool
Jeff
list of
Wright,
people.
he's the most amazing person. Most of these people have become my friends,
Isn't that the
just-
best part?
There's
Because everybody
Alison,
here is,
she's a MBE in the UK.
well, Michelle,
Yeah.
everybody here plays at the level where we're either going to be speaking at events like this, or we're going to be putting events like this on ourselves. That's the point of putting on a fireworks summit, so that you have the opportunity that if you're at that level, that you're just missing a couple things or a couple people or a couple ideas, this is that time. This bubbles over into that. If you have never heard of the idea, take a look, go participate. It's $67 well spent, so that you could wear your, oh, gee, I'm a user hat. And then you could take that hat off and put on your, hey, how the hell do I produce this event myself hat? Take a look and see what you could.
If
just
you want to
li-
produce an event like this, you need to work with Anna and
You really should.
Seriously.
But
She
she's
has
super wicked,
the
awesome,
heart
and nice.
and
So
soul
if
of a
you
lion.
need Anna,
Her
don't worry.
integrity is like, sometimes I think the summit is Anna's because that's how passionate she is, right? She's so passionate about my summit. It's absolutely love her to death.
So
you
I
know.
will
And
definitely.
we're going to be doing more. We're going to be doing relationships, money. We're going to be doing other mini mindset
Yes.
mastery summits.
We got a couple multi-speaker events coming up at the Academy as well that we're producing internally. So we'll
Awesome.
be cross-pollinating and playing on some other stages. I'm sure I and a couple other instructors will pop on one of your future summits and vice versa. We'll get to play and have fun, my dear. That's
Yeah,
the
unfortunately, I had my lineup already, but
okay.
next
bon.
time. Maybe
There's
you
no
can even
rush.
join us on stage in Raleigh, Durham in April.
That sounds exciting and fun. That does. That genuinely does.
Sorry, that's my dog.
No worries. All right. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Michelle directly. We have contact info in. We're going to be moving on to the next part. Now, for the next part, while I'm going to go off and give you a guided tour of the Academy, a little bit of where we're coming from and what we're doing and stuff. Going to leave you with a little bit of homework. So get to take 5-minute bio break, run to the bathroom. I need to grab another glass of water myself. I'm drenched over here. Everyone gets a 5-minute bio break. When we come back from your 5-minute bio break, and I'm going to be putting on some theme music for us while we're running. When we come back from your bio break, that's when we're going to go on a quick tour. If you have any questions, if you have anything, if you need to reach out, use that 5 minutes now. So, ladies and gentlemen, see you in 5.